The first season of the PFA is officially in the books, and honestly, to me, it was a wild ride. So today, I'm taking you through all 5 competitions to show you exactly how the season evolved from day one. And since we are covering the entire story of the season, it's going to be a massive video, and it's designed to be the ultimate companion. So whether you want to sit down and watch every highlight for a quick recap of the drama, or just keep it in the background while you're working on something or while you're gaming, I've got you covered. So let's sit back, relax, and dive into the action. The pre-season friendly is getting all the way and getting finished. All the teams in the PFA didn't really know who the main players will be in the upcoming PFA Cup, and the first round was the one that set the stage for which teams will be the teams to beat. The first game starting with Rangers and Superstars, then Templars and Tel City, Barrington Athletic, Power Hackers, Benona and Sukido against Riverside.
Oralon takes the goal kick. Pass by Fede with nice dribble, and that's the first goal they've been looking for. Here's Wimad with a long shot, and already we have the first goal of the game. Let's find the response as soon as possible. Here's Gimon with the first save, and the response is almost as instantaneous as the first goal. Sid have 2 goals for you. Such a wonderful game, and he just made it better. Right man puts the Templars back in front. There's Diko. He finds Borigi. Oh, look at this from Borigi. It's Borigi. And his way through, he regains ball possession into the post. Goalkeeper saves it, but he's nowhere to be seen. And in the open post, Madrovan able to and now dribbles his way through. The first save of the game is made, but the second attempt was not defended well, and already we have the first goal. Kept there by Memizo, again to attempt 5 mistakes, but he doesn't do it again, and we have the second goal of the game already. And they go with the counter attack with the first shot, and what a rocket that is from Harris. 16 minutes into the lead in this one, and it's Harris one more time, and the rebound makes it 2 for the Power Hackers. As the chance for Slegiwan finds his way through the goalkeeper. Good goalkeeping of bad defending, Villarodi scores it, and this is the crucial penalty. If he misses this, he's out, and he does miss it, and that's the end of the game. The Riverside AFC.
And at the end of that first round, we got exactly what we are looking for. Rangers beat Superstars 1-0 to progress. Templars beating Tel City 3-2 after extra time with a wonderful comeback by Borigi, scoring one of the goals of the season, in my opinion. Barrington losing out to Athletic, but that will be the only time these two face up this season. Athletic beating Wenona 2-1, and it was a draw between Sukido and Riverside, with the Eagles progressing on penalties. And now with the first round being over, all the teams that had to pack their bags early and leave had done so. The second round came in to carry on where exactly the first round left off. Power Hackers were facing off against Rangers, while Riverside faced Athletic. Castle Green getting the bye to the semi-finals for scoring the most goals in the first round, got an easy ride through this one. But we'll find out whether that was able to get them to the trophy at the end of the game.
The back and forth of this game is expected. The attacking with lengthless display is looking to shake up here, and that is already the first goal of the second attack of the game. Proves to be of no significant action. This is Herricks finding Nisco on the side, finds a way through the destruction, and that is the second goal. And the Power Hackers to turn this around. The Bimara, it hasn't been going well for him tactically. There's Harris, the long one, saves again, and the second one, and that is his second of the game. 3-0 to the Power Hackers.
And we're off here in the Talon Point Arena. We're going to kick us off. Already it's Hemara, and he passes on it, and there's 3 minutes into the game, and it's 1-0 to the Athletic. And the second round did not disappoint. Power Hackers defeated Rangers soundly with a 3-0 victory over them, while Riverside fell to Athletic in a 1-0 defeat, moving themselves closer to that trophy. And now picking up again in the semi-final, it started with Athletic against Castle Green. Power Hackers got the bye to the third place matchup because they had the most goals beaten Rangers 3-0 in that second round. But the loser of this one will be finding themselves a chance at redemption, facing Power Hackers in that third place match for the chance to go to the final. But the winner are having a smooth, easy ride all the way to that final spot.
They know how troublesome that could be. They need to save themselves for the final, and that is the first goal of the game. They weren't able to hold the ball as tight as possible.
And at the end of the semi-finals, it was Castle Green that beat Athletic 1-0 to head out to the final. And Athletic still had a chance of redemption. They only had to beat Power Hackers in the third place match to progress to that final and get revenge if possible. And that revenge would have been very tasty for Athletic. They just had to get through Power Hackers to make that worthwhile, while Castle Green we are waiting for their deserved challengers in the final.
Of this first half. And here's Mario with the first one. Goalkeeper saves it, and it's a howler. And Mario scores the first goal of the game. Absolute howler there. And the chance of the final is slipping. And it's Mario. He makes it too. How about this for the Athletic? In just 5. That should be a penalty call there, but the referee is not having anything in his head. Mark? How about that? Just from nowhere.
And Athletic did get that revenge after all that they were looking for, beating Power Hackers comfortably in a 3-0 victory for them. Power Hackers getting the bronze medal as a result, while Athletic progressing to the final to meet Castle Green for a rematch of the earlier loss to them. And there it was, the first ever final in the PFA was starting with Castle Green against Athletic, and the nerves were just over the roof for this one.
With serious intent, and Espemola running in, the first save, he cannot be denied, and that is the first goal of this PFA Cup final. To clear the ball as easy as possible, and Hemala the second one, and there's the second goal of the game. Hemala makes it 2 in the 51st minute. The Templars did not travel all the way from Madrilonio to see this, and he hits the post, and it's 3-0. Hemala runs to the fans in celebration. He comes. There's Hemala. What a shot that is! What a goal! 89 minutes, 19 minutes. The final shot has been taken, and the North Farmers Athletic are your PFA Cup winners. The first ever PFA Cup winners is going to Maravida, and is the North Farmers Athletic taking this victory.
And the Athletic did not disappoint. The nerves did not get to them in the PFA arena, and they comfortably dismantled the Castle Green Templars 4-0 in a final, the biggest we've seen up to this point. And it was a wonderful, well-deserved black star for the North Farmers Athletic, and a wonderful victory for them. With the highs of the PFA Cup now in the back burners, all eyes turned to the PFA Premier League, and all eyes again were on the North Farmers Athletic as the team to beat in the PFA, with all eyes again at their first fixtures, and round 1 was proven to be as mouth-watering as it should get. Power Hackers against Real Winona, Tel City against Athletic, Riverside hosting Superstars, Barrington against Castle Green, and Rangers against Sukido University, with no team knowing what to expect in this first round.
The defense regains possession, is Open, finds Kerwin, is Win. Oh, what a check! And that's the first goal of the game. 66 minutes in, and the winner. North Farmers Athletic getting the first shot in already this game. Tel City playing from the bottom of the to the top, and with a wonderful shot, what a goal that is! Keeper again, there's no waste time. Goalkeeper couldn't hold it firmly, he drops it, and he makes another mistake, and keeper again makes it too. Between Riverside AFC and Superstars United, the cross coming in this first half. It's already kicked off, and the first has kicked off game. It hurts, he's offside for Superstars. And there's Buovello, Oh my God, an inside goal! I'm just saying, the most inside goal! Leomond crosses it in. Goalkeeper saves it, and they do get one down the corner for Barrington. He takes it. Then it's a bit of a confusion, and Frozo opens the scoring and opens his account. Strong, and it's a second chance here, nice save by the goalkeeper. Very close to scoring the first goal of the game. Shasuki, the long shot! Oh, what a goal there! Shasuki opens his account for Sakido Indo. Here's Marakeno. The pressure is mounting on. Sekimara with the cross. Good save. He won't be denied. He gets the ball with the defender. Marakeno scores the equalizer. The fans are absolutely.
And the first round came and went immediately. Royal Winona beating the third place Power Hackers in the PFA Cup to a resounding win. Tell City beating the PFA Cup champions 2-0 at home. Riverside beating Superstars 2-1. Barrington defeating Castle Green 1-0. And it was a draw between Rangers and Sukido University in what a wonderful first round it was. And then the table started to shake up, but it was just one game played. Anything could still happen as Tell City was started to lead the charge in first place, Riverside in second, Barrington third, Winona fourth, South Falmouth Rangers fifth, Sukido University sixth, Superstars United in seventh, in eighth for Castle Green, and it was the Power Hackers in ninth, and the champions North Falmouth Athletic at 10th. But they had 8 more games to go, so enough to shake things up even more. And now moving to round 2. After the first round gave their shocks, they had a chance to redeem themselves for the losing sides. Riverside against Sukido University, Barrington against Power Hackers, Athletic against Royal Winona, Castle Green against Superstars, Tell City against Rangers, and a wonderful round 2.
To develop with an audacious check, and here's the first goal of the game. It's a strike here by DeVillo. Kamara finds him on the right side of the post, and that's the first goal of the game. Himara opens the scoring. His partner Himara. There's Himara again with his second chance, and he makes it too. I was just talking about Himara's performance, and the main man strikes again. They were absolutely unhappy with their performance in the first half, letting 2 goals in, and they just made it 3. Himara from Nabisco. Mistaken. Here comes Castle Green, his mother Mill. Takes the shot, and it's a goal! No right. Attacking from the bottom of the screen to the top as the second shot guides does not find his way in. And keeper Rizzo up with the scoring. 16 minutes into the game. Already here they come again. Oh, nice dribble from Marakeno. The first shot saves, and the rebound is usual. Gets into the back of the net. The equalizer.
And it was a round to make everyone talk about, because Riverside beat Sukido University. It was a draw between Barrington and Power Hackers. The North Falmouth Athletic defeated Royal Winona resounding in 3-0, getting their win back from the first loss in round 1. And then the first ever Madrilon Derby, Castle Green defeated Superstars 1-0 at home to get their side the bragging rights, and Tell City drew with Rangers 1-1 to end out round 2. And then seeing how that shaped up the table, Riverside got themselves to the first spot for the first time this season in 6 points. Tell City in second, Barrington in third, North Falmouth Athletic fourth, Castle Green fifth, Royal Winona 6th, South Falmouth Rangers in 7th, Sukido University 8th, Power Hackers without a win in 9th, same with Superstars United without a win as well, bottom of the table in 10th, as we move on to round 3. And round 3 came immediately. Barrington against Sukido University, Tell City against Royal Winona, Riverside hosting Templars, Power Hackers against Rangers, and then Athletic against Superstars, with Power Hackers and Rangers trying to get their first win on the table. Both sides were looking to get all the action.
Is Rodena Sukido with the first goal. 1-0 to Sukido University. And then in periods of time, but the manager will be strongly trying to take it, and just as I mentioned that, they concede. Silver with the equalizer. Win the ball back and progressing forward. is a very good one for them. That is Gilon. The first shot is saved. The rebound is found by Gippo. And that is goal number 1. Well saved by the goalkeeper is Gilon. Progressing in. Another good save. It's almost the same as the first one. Roy made the passes on the rebound. And he made it too. Another one is down. It's a penalty. The referee points to the spot. A penalty. Kevin. And he takes a rebound. As cool and calm as you like. Gilon slots it in. They have a lot to do, and they are trying to level it now, Smedurum. Just a second half. The kickoff starts here. Gibelugi finds the long shot. 4. Gibelugi finds. It's Gilon loses possession, and it's Gibelugi. The second one, he sends it. Oh, I think he's got off the line. He has to pass out for another throw-in. Just how important the replay is. His possession is the first goal of the score. The Dubai scores it. And he takes off his shirt. We are here now when the second half starts. We're ready moving forward, and after the equalizer, Romad takes his own shirt off of performance by the goalkeeper there. He's really showing his work. This is Duvelo. It's ready to the long shot, and he didn't matter. Duvelo makes it 2. The lead. The throw-in is taken quickly to Duvelo, and he gets by the goalkeeper in the rebound, and this game is completely over. Duvelo gets. Here comes the Rangers, finding Rimara on the edge of the box. Oh, what a chip that is! What a goal by Rimara! And they just bring this attacking energy. The fans are not happy with their performance so far, and it's Dennis with the second chance and the equalizer. Not just up to 10 minutes after the first. But this goal to Liama with the nice cross, and the first shot is saved, and Martin Hurst with the rebound. It's the visitors.
And all the action they got. Barrington drew 1-1 with Sigdo University. Tel City beat Real Winona 5-1, making a record for most goals in a match and for a single team as a result. Riverside beat out the Templars 3-1. It was 1-1 between Powerhackers and Rangers, and Superstars got their first win of the season against Athletic away from home in a 1-0 victory. And then it had a lot of effects on the table. Riverside stayed first place with 9 points. Tel City second, Barrington in third, Northwest Athletic climbing up from bottom of the almost in the bottom table to fourth place. Rangers in fifth, Superstars United from 10th place climbed up to 6th with their first win. Castle Green in 7th, Real Winona 8th, Sekido University in 9th, and Red India Power Hackers at the new bottom in 10th place. And on came round 4. Sekido University hosting Superstars United. Real Winona against the Rangers. Templars hosting the Power Hackers. Riverside against Tel City. And the Athletic, who are 4th, against Barrington in 3rd.
With a nice dribble and a what a goal! Suzuki puts Sekido University ahead early on in the game. Proficient in front of goal this season, not able to get it on this time, and the first shot is saved, but the goalkeeper does not have an answer to the second try. The ball is Gromad, nice dribble, he fell the first shot, and gets the rebound to get the first goal of the game, and Gromad gives Barrington as one man on the wing, need to make a cross, he does make the cross, well defended, and the second one goes in! Oh, I was not expecting that! Killers.
And not really the first disappointment of the season. Sekido University defeated Superstars United 1-0. Real Winona beat Rangers 1-0 as well. Tel City Templars defeated Power Hackers in the same fashion 1-0 again. And was a draw between Riverside and Tel City in one of the bigger disappointments. First against second, they really give us much to talk about there. And Athletic lost to Barrington, who was there to climb up into 3rd place as a result of that one. But how the table shaped up, because games had to still be played, the Riverside remained in the first place with 10 points, 2 points ahead of Tel City in 2nd and Barrington in 3rd. Castle Green into the 4th places with 6 points, level on points with Real Winona, who was 5th, Secular University in 6th points with 5 points, and Northampton Athletic in 7th, above their Cross City rival Southport Rangers in 8th. Superstars United back into that red zone in 9th, and 10th place for Power Hackers did not move from that spot in 10th. And now heading into round 5, Athletic against Rangers, the first ever Falmouth derby was serving up to make a wonderful opener to the round. Riverside against Power Hackers, first against last. Winona faced Superstars. Castle Green against Secular University, and it was second against third as Tell City face off against Barrington.
And the PFA already marking. Oh, the first goal of the game. 6 minutes in, and the Rangers and it's Kamara on the way. Oh, great goal by Kamara. And is the least, and to avoid the dreaded drop zone as Maracano. He was on the side. The goalkeeper got his hand to it, but it's not enough. Maracano. This is possession there. Some fans and Power Hackers will not agree with referee as Rivello. The goal got saved, and the goal scoring starts. There's Rivello, charging his way. Yeah, and a long shot by Rivello finds the back of the net for these. Teams in the middle of the park going to get momentum in the league. And this bloody hell, the well-played shot, and we haven't had to wait too long for the first goal. 6 minutes in, and Martin Hurt with the first goal. Martin City. Superstars United looking for the win. They're not as far in the table, and the equalizer by Snaguen. The defender is up to the task to get ready for a save. Martin Hurt makes it 2, and it's a brace for the United. As the game is contested, Martin Hurt with a back. Oh, the goalkeeper by the back of the net. Pushing, and can they manage it? It's Bowen running straight past the defender to the goalkeeper. He's through the legs, and goalkeeper to rush out and get that one out of the box. The Suki Buck. We're going to make another cross in, well met but nicely defended. And the second one, the lead. It's Tomad to Broma with a beautiful dribble around the goalkeeper and equalizes for Cassius. Tomad is taking in. Oh, what a dribble from Bromad! Oh, what a goal from Bromad! I can't believe what I've just this season. Gets it and it resulting short saves. And after too many rebounds, Zorib gets the first goal and opens the scoring for Barrington. Serious attacks are given from both sides. And it's only with the first one he saves. Here he gets his possession, dances round the goalkeeper, and he makes it 2-0. And he sends at this point of the game.
And what a round 5 proved to be. The first Falmouth derby went to the Rangers. They defeated Athletic 2-1 on the night in a wonderful dramatic fashion. Riverside beat Power Hackers in no more surprises there as the first team continued to march on. Real Winona lost against Superstars in one of the more high-scoring games of the season, while Castle Green defeated Secular University 2-1, and Barrington proving their strength, defeating Tell City in second place to try and climb up that table. And the effect on that table was evident. Riverside, we are still 2 points ahead of the competition in first. Barrington climbed up into second place with that victory over Tell City. Castle Green as well climbed up to the third. Tell City dropped 2 places to fourth. Southport Rangers in fifth over the win over the big rivals. Same with Superstars United, who climbed back out of the red zone. Real Winona in 7th, Secular University in 8th, and it was the bottom 2 of Northampton Athletic in 9th and Power Hackers in 10th. In round 6, we are now more than halfway through the PFA Premier League season, and it was a round to bring us talking. 10th against 9th, the bottom 2 had to battle on to remain or to leave that position in Power Hackers against Athletic. 8th against 7th, Secular University hosting Real Winona. Rangers in 5th against Templars in 3rd. Barrington in 2nd against Riverside in 1st, in one of the very strange and important matches of the season as the first real struggle for both sides, and it was Tell City against Superstars to round off the round.
Again, cannot find his way past Onamara. Dimomara
to him. That should seal it with 5 minutes left. Our broadcast of this PFA round 6 game of the Premier League, and the first mistake has been made already. Loses possession, 88 minutes on the clock. It's Kerwin, loses his way through, tips the goalkeeper, and the last kick of the game. Keeping it tight at the back. And then giving his possession, it's Madasuki. Loses it. Oh, what a header, what a goal! Leonard! And it didn't really quite live up to the expectations. Power Hackers lost to Athletic in 9th, which is going to help their case to qualify for the PFA Cup next season. Sudo University drew with Real Winona 1-1, and it was a set of draws between Rangers and Templars, and Barrington and Riverside, first against second, did not give us the excitement we needed as both teams remain in that position in the table, while Superstars United shocked Tel City to get a 1-0 win for their side. And how it affected the table. Riverside remained in top spot with 14 points, Barrington second, and third became Castle Green. Superstars United climbing into the 4th spot for the first time this season, Tel City in 5th, Rangers in 6th, Real Winona in 7th, 8th for Northern Athletic, 9th for Sudo University, and 10th for the Power Hackers. With 3 more games to go, round 7 was proving to be one of the most important rounds in the season, as bottom place Power Hackers we are going to face Tel City in number 5, Barrington we are facing the newly top 4 team Superstars United, Rangers against Riverside, Real Winona against Castle Green, and lastly Sudo University in 9th against Athletic at 8th. He's taken down, and the referee points to the spot. Penalty. Cool and calm as usual. To Barrington, and can they put it right around? Yes, they can. Laser, straight from kickoff. With it to Shlegimara. It's Marakeno. He shot save, and that's the first goal of the game. Marakeno sends to the side. Save. Relentless attack by Rangers. Eddie Bello, letting go to the ball, and that's the equalizer. Riverside. Position of Vimara crosses it in. Well defended, but the ball's regained. It's Barani for the second time last game, and it's 2-1 to the Farmers Rangers. Nearly get the first goal of the game. Vimara loses possession. Toma regains it. To Weidman on the edge of the wing. Oh, what a beautiful dribble! And we just found a shot! The first goal is been scored. Suburban on the way. We need to make a cross in. Tries to find everyone, but well saved. He comes for the second chance. And after some quick rebounds, William Winona get the equalizer. 40 minutes into the game. And Tomad as Cinema take the free kick. What a goal! And the important show, there was a draw between Power Hackers and Tel City. Barrington beat Superstars 2-0 to make their case to go top, and they would make that case count because Rangers shocked the league leaders Riverside and defeated them 2-1 at home. Real Winona losing to 3rd place Castle Green, and then it was a draw between Sudo University and Athletic to round out round 7. And its effect on the league table was showing. Barrington went to the top of the table for the first time this season, 1 point above Riverside, who drops to 2nd. Castle Green chasing them in 3rd, Southformer Rangers in 4th, Tel City in 5th, Superstars United dropping from 4th to 6th, Northern Athletic climbing to 7th, Sudo University in 8th. Number 9 was Real Winona, and still bottom of the table was Power Hackers, and it was getting desperate for them because they had a chance of not qualifying for any of the competitions next season. And in the second to the last, the penultimate round of the season, it started off with Real Winona against Riverside, Red Indy against Superstars, Sudo University against Tel City, Castle Green against Athletic in the rematch of the PFA Cup final, and then it was the Rangers against Barrington. Barrington looked to hold on to that top spot. So they can escape the drop zone with a victory. Here's an offside first leg where Villa steps up to take it. And what a shocking goal we've just witnessed here. That must be for both set of fans. Nobody. The only player will be expecting it. But that doesn't matter because everyone is tight as ever. It's Rivelo. Dribbles on the goalkeeper. And he makes it too. Red Indy Power Hacker starts here. And already the first one is taken. And Power Hackers with just 2 minutes on the clock. Contention for the PFA Cup qualification is in the long shot. And it's 2-0. Still City with one more game after this to go before the end of the season. And Shizuki not wasting any time for Sukido early as he would like. Close attack there, the kick goes in, and that's the equalizer. Again, keeping the scoreline level. Roy Miggy coming back again with a long shot, and that's a beautiful goal by Tel City. The goalkeeper changes feet again, and here comes Athletic. It's Tromara with an open face, one up the side, and the second shot. Here's the goal to open the scoring for Lemara. Now for Haimara finds his way through defense, and the equalizer makes it 2. Haimara gets the ball from the goal. And it was looking quite shaky. Real went on and lose out to Riverside in 2-1. So Red Indy got their first win of the season finally, beating Superstars United 2-0 at home. Super University lost to Tel City 2-1 as well. Castle Green losing to Athletic for the second time. They won able to get that revenge from the PFA Cup final, losing 2-0 to Athletic, and was a draw between Rangers and Barrington. And Barrington were really looking to get shaken and afraid at the table. And the table told us exactly just that. Riverside went back on top, 1 point above Barrington in a very close and disturbing scenes for both of them. And Barrington dropping to second place, Castle Green in third, Tel City climbing to those top 4 spaces, Sophomore Rangers in fifth, above their cross-city rivals in Athletic by just 1 point. Superstars United in seventh, but they were hoping to get qualification very soon. Sibido University in 8th, Royal Winona in 9th, and Power Hackers in 10th, but they still had a chance with just a single win to get themselves out of those drop-off elimination places. And it all came down to this, round 9, the most important round of the season till date. And it started with Sibido University against Red Indy. Red Indy needed to win this match or else they would be eliminated from the PFA Cup next season. Rangers against Superstars. Superstars need that win as well. Castle Green against Tel City. Royal Winona against Barrington. Barrington need to win the title. And Athletic against Riverside. Riverside know that a win in this one could seal the title for them as the first team to do so and get that black star. Victory for them to be confirmed. And that's the first goal of the game. Harris.
it. The final whistle has been blown here in the Wavecrest Arena, and there is celebrations elsewhere, and it's not for Riverside, it's Barrington, as they are now confirmed to be the first ever PFA Premier League champions. Absolute feat.
Yes, and then it came to the close. Red Indy got the victory they needed against University to stay in the PFA Cup next season. Rangers defeated Superstars 1-0 in that one. Castle Green drew with Tell City 1-1. And the biggest story of the night, Barrington beat Real Winona 2-0, but they needed Riverside to drop points as well. And drop points Riverside did 1-1 the last game of the season. Athletic helping Barrington to get their first title, and that Black Star was a huge heartbreak for Riverside in the stadium afterwards. And that was how the table was looking at the end of the PFA Premier League season. Barrington winning the trophy with 19 points. Riverside in 18 points, just 1 point behind the champions, losing out on the final day of the season. Southampton Rangers and Castle Green in 4th and 3rd, qualifying for the League Cup that will be happening after this competition of 14 points each. But Southampton Rangers moving on goal difference. Tell City on 13 points, North Athletic in 11. Red Indy Power Hackers managed to survive with 9 points above Superstars United on goal difference to stay in next season's PFA Cup with Superstars United. And it was heartbreak for Segura University and Real Winona, who dropped out of those places, and they will be eliminated from playing in the PFA Cup in the next season. With the league now over and Barrington riding their high from getting the trophy of Riverside, we move on to the League Cup, and it starts off with Rangers against Castle Green, the top 4 teams from the league, and then first against second in Barrington against Riverside as both teams meet again. And at the end of that first leg, Rangers beat Castle Green 2-1 to carry a good lead into that second leg. While for the second one, Barrington and Riverside drawing 1-1, proving just how difficult playing each other has seemed to be all season.
And that is that. Zorven with the winning penalty here in Talonpoint Arena sends Barrington to the PFA League Cup final, the season 1 final, to complete it against Castle Green Templars at the end of this very...
And in the semi-final second leg, Castle Green came from behind to beat Rangers 4-0 on the night and 5-2 on aggregate to progress to their second final in a row for a chance to win their first trophy, while Riverside bow out to Barrington, again liable to pass their rivals and losing out 1-1 on penalties and 2-2 on aggregate to their side, moving to the third place playoff. And for the third place match, Rangers were determined to leave here with something, having not been able to carry any significant trophies for them this season, while Riverside able to at least have something again from losing from their rivals for the second time in a row from the league to the League Cup. And it was the Rangers that got the victory in this third place match, beating Riverside 1-0 to carry that third place trophy in the League Cup, while Riverside again bow out, but it was not over because they still had, I believe, the Super Cup to get their chance in this one. And then all eyes went to the season 1 final of the League Cup. Castle Green with their second straight final, looking to strike lucky on the second time, while Barrington looking to be the first team to win 2 trophies in one season and get a historic double. And it was a history-defining moment for both teams.
The referee blows the final whistle and there's jubilation from Napoka to Barrington as Barrington FC have won the League Cup final. Look at the scenes around the stadium and as well all the way back home at Frank Park. The fireworks are going to go long into the night and the party even longer. Barrington have made history by winning the second trophy in the season and the first ever League Cup. What a team and what a club it has been. As it ends here in the PFA Arena, Castle Green 0, Barrington 2.
And at the end of this one, it was Barrington that got the victory again over Castle Green, proving a difficult season for the Templars, losing again in another final, and Barrington with their second trophy, the first team to win 2 trophies in a season, and they have 2 Black Stars with 2 different competitions on their badge, moving into the Super Cup. And then we move on to the last competition of the league for the club season, and it was the PFA Super Cup, where the winners of the PFA Cup League and League Cup will battle out with a playoff of the second team and the finals of the PFA Cup. But because Barrington was so good, it had to be given to other teams, and it fell on Castle Green and Rangers to have a second chance at trying to get a trophy in the season. And the honor would go to Castle Green as they defeated Rangers in a close and tense game by 1-0 after extra time by Madroven to give them that second chance of a third final and maybe third time lucky for the first trophy. And then straight to the semi-final, it was Barrington against Castle Green, a rematch of that League Cup final. In the first leg, that's going for Barrington, and then Athletic went out of the PFA Cup against Riverside for that chance to move to another final. So 2 teams had a chance to get a second or third trophy in this one. And Barrington did not disappoint. They defeated Castle Green again 2-1 on the first leg to carry a good lead into the second leg, while Riverside, proving not to be pushed out again, beat Athletic in their one for the first leg, moving to the second leg. And in that second leg, it was a close one. Castle Green tried to mount the comeback, but Barrington said no, and they went out 3-2 on aggregate and 1-1 on the night. Barrington going to another final, their second final in a row, and a chance to get a third trophy and the first treble in history, while Riverside will stand in their way again for another time this season as they move on to the final, beating Athletic 2-1 on the night and 3-1 on aggregate. And the third place match was Castle Green against Athletic to face off for bronze in this one. Castle Green trying to get a redemption from a very, very brutal season for their team in this one.
Taking up steps, Haimara takes his penalty and misses the mark. The post up for Athletic. Steps up Vimad, buries his own to the left of the goalkeeper, sends him the wrong way. Athletic steps up Haimara, someone saves that one, no problem. This one, Bensu at his penalty save. Haimara showing he's still very important and keeping his team in it. Alemara at his own penalty save. Someone has been on fire in this shootout with no way through. Tomad, a very close one, tried to chip the goalkeeper, was able to have that one easily. Now Dimo Mara has his own penalty save, and now it's getting closer and closer to the end of the game. If he scores this, he can win it. Madrovan saves, and he misses his own penalty, and it's toe to toe. Utimara with the penalty, misses, and the bronze medal is going to Madrid.
And they were able to get it, beating the PFA Cup champions with from penalties in this one after a 0-0 game, getting a bronze and something finally to take home in this season with 2 silvers and 1 gold. Athletic on the other hand closed up the season 1 with a PFA Champions Trophy and a chance to defend that title next season. And then it was yet another final. These 2 huge clubs, Barrington and Riverside, facing off yet again for this one. Barrington with a chance to make it a treble, the first in history, and Riverside trying to make their own history winning their first trophy and the black star to their side and their badge in history as well.
Super Cup is taking place now with Riverside against Barrington, and the ball be lost way above the field, and it's the first goal of the game. Right up from the mark. Zormod on the wing, tries to make the cross in, finds Frozoto on the near post, and that's the equalizer for Barrington. The ball, it's terrible pass there, and here comes Riverside, a dangerous attack. He finds the goalkeeper, and that's the big attack. It is Barry, it's 90 minutes, the referee is to the mark, and it is the 2-time whistle. Riverside has won the first ever trophy, the first ever Super Cup, and
And finally, that victory would come. Riverside finally take revenge on Barrington and get their first trophy and their black star to their badge. Barrington, on the other hand, finally lose a game over this season. It seems as if they would never lose a match, and they lost in the final. Some would say it was fatigue that finally got to them, playing so many matches, the most of any other of the teams in the PFA. But let me know what you thought of that in the comments of that one. And with that, the league season for these clubs was finally over. With the club seasons over in the PFA Season 1, the players had to reunite for one last time in Season 1 in the PFA World Cup, starting off in the quarter-final. And it was the starting of Zoritania against Suki, Maravida against Wendom of Wenona, Gilland against Villanova, and Macedonia against Iskara, as both teams from both sides of the derbies, especially from Maravida and Macedonia, had to reunite for this World Cup. They'll be looking to start as easy as possible. And what a way to start the competition! What a way to kick off the World Cup! And the shot is saved there by Memizo, but the corner is taken quickly, and that's the equalizer! What a frantic start! And it's out for a goal kick taken already. And it's Sukimi, well saved. The rebound comes in, passes breakthrough, and Suki gets the second goal. 3 goals. Will be carries it as we are getting closer to half time. Gibber with dribbles. Oh, what a goal by Gibber! To trouble the point, to Huvelo. Huvelo, the ball is a foul there on Huvelo. Referee goes it. Huvelo takes the free kick. Oh, what a goal by Huvelo! A quick free kick. It's light. Wymad. T-Mad on the wing. Crosses in. Oh, what a goal that is! Wymad finally opens the scoring. To start the action is 1-1. One is seems to have switched off. The second goes in, and that's the equalizer! Just as the first goal was scored. Suki defeated Zoritania 2-1 in that first leg. It was 0-0 between Maravida and Wendon of Wenona. Gilland defeated Villanova 1-1, and Macedonia drawing with Iskara 1-1 for the first leg, as all the teams will switch around for that second leg. Today, Memizo takes it, finds Zoli to Zolmo. The first shot is saved, and the rebound by Zoliva, and it's Rodney. He restarts the action, and they're going right back to it on the attack. One for a wonderful return, and the second, that's the equalizer. Able to trouble him from that distance, but Zolmo charging in is to Zolven. Oh, what a goal! I cannot believe that anything can happen in this side. Sukibok scores his own, and he's down to this. A move by Zoritania. They are out of the World Cup, and it's Gelato. It's Suzuki saves the penalty. As he ends here, Suki 1, Zoritania 2 on the night, but Suki win on penalty. So in this one, and they are moving dangerously for the first attack. The first one is saved, and Sharon doing the competition so far in this competition. Wonderfully, but able to recover the defender and get the ball back. And it's Dimomara charging it with speed. That's his pass, the goalkeeper, and gets the equalizer. And now he has been waiting for. What a move! It's Marasati burying his own, and he's down to this. He misses it, and it's over. They had the upper hand so long. And Lowen has his penalty saved, and it is pandemonium as Maravida progress to the semi-finals. Cup on the MTN Winner Palace, 1-1 on the night, 1-1 on aggregate, and Maravida winning 2-1 on penalties. To get a card there, Gipo takes it quickly, finds Rowe making acres of space, dribbles round everyone, and gets the first goal of the game. And with that goal, Gilland up ahead on win his brilliance once again. Find his way past again, and it's a equalizer. Oh, I didn't expect that. It We still have some other players to take. I don't want to save. He scored as well. He needs to score this one too, what he does desperately to keep them in this game. And his goalkeeper against goalkeeper. Leo has his own save, has his own score. And now he's down to this. It is Ikizeno. Oh my word, he missed it! He slipped! He sent the shot backwards! And Greenland are moving to the semi-finals. It's our final whistle here. It is 1-1 on the night, 2-2 on aggregate. And with a horror miss of the penalty shootout, it is Gillan winning 4-3 on penalties. And we start off in this crucial game, and Macedonia are stepping up, and they get the first goal in just 2 minutes. What a way to start the action. Oh yeah, it is Stromins rushing it down. Oh, what a beautiful goal! And what a goal by Stromins. Out the stadium, just the ball. It's Madisco missing it immediately, and then rushing in. The goal is finding out. And on came the second leg. It was a deluge of penalty goals that was scored in this one. Suki 2-1 on the night between Suki and Zoritania, but they managed to kick out Zoritania and win on penalties 3-3 in that encounter. The Wings of Winona had to bow out on penalties as well to Maravida 1-1 again in that second leg from that 0-0 draw in the first leg, pushing them out of that one. Villanova also had to bow out with Gillan beating them on penalties 1-1 on the night and 2-2 on aggregate. And then lastly, Iskara against Macedonia. Iskara beating Macedonia comfortably on the night 2-1 and 3-2 on aggregate to progress to the semi-finals. And in that semi-final, for the first leg, it was Suki against Maravida and Gillan against Iskara, looking to give us quite a lot of entertainment. And Maravida with possession, getting through the defenders is Hemara, gives it by the goalkeeper, and he was able to get the second touch to make it 1-0 for Maravida. Complaints for that one, and the ball has been lost there. That seems to be a half attack by Hemara, who dribbles back the goalkeeper and scores his second goal of the game. Yes, Iskara on the ball with the first shot bouncing off the post, and already the goalkeeper has got the ball off the line, but it bounces off the striker and it's in the back of the net anyway. And at the end of the first leg, Suki would lose out resoundingly to Maravida 2-0 on the night away from home. Maravida kind of wonderful lead there to the second leg. Gillan again would lose on home soil to Iskara, meaning it's a very difficult chance for them to move to their first ever World Cup final. Then in the second leg, both teams knew exactly what they had to do. Stay out for the draw, and they did so. It was a 0-0 draw for both sides, meaning Maravida and Iskara progress to the first ever World Cup final, and Suki and Gillan will have to play the third place match. Teams have been very impressive all round in this competition as they foul Gillan on Besuki. Besuki taking it immediately. Fine, Shesuki. The first one is saved. And already Suki get the first goal of the game. What a way for the scoring, just 12 minutes. The goalkeeper made a stunning save of the season, but the attack was not over, and now there's the equalizer to bring to you here. Gillan crosses in, doesn't get it, and that's a beautiful highline there. The counter attack is swift, and Busuki gets it 2-1, and Busuki back in front in this game. Again, Gillan restart the action, and they are chasing the game once more, and Suki will have to hold on to this one, but the shot is saved. Keeper looking, oh what a beautiful trouble, and he puts them back on level terms. And here is Gibelugi. Beckman loses possession, but he regains it back, and he's going on the counter attack. Rounds the goalkeeper, and he makes his crossing. Oh what a goal that has been in this World Cup. And at the end of that third way plot, he gave us one of the best games of the season. Suki just losing out to Gillan. 3-2 was that match at extra time. The final goal by Beckman giving that bronze medal to Gillan on the first in their country's history. And all eyes were looking at the final. And in the final, it was Maravida against Iskara. On the club side of things, the clubs that represent these two countries in especially North South Athletic and Power Hackers had something of a rivalry going on, with the fans calling it the Greater Red Derby, and it was going to escalate into the international stage of this one.
Promise loses possession. It finds Lemara as a true bowler, and it's Lemara to the goalkeeper's net. Oh, what a goal! That could be the goal that seals the trophy. And we start the game again. They have less than 2 minutes to go. The referee checks his watch, and he blows the final whistle of the game. And Maravida are the first and the new World Cup champions. This game, they have made history. Hemara has made history in this one as he ends here for the final time in season 1. Maravida 1, Iskara 0. Congratulations to the champions.
And at the end of the game, it was Maravida that got the first ever World Cup trophy in this one in the PFA Arena, beating Iskara 1-0 in a very crucial goal scored by Hemara in this one, and lifting the trophy for Maravida, while Iskara were very proud of their achievements in this one with a silver medal in the first ever World Cup game. And there you have it, the full unfiltered story of PFA Season 1, from the Athletics victory in the PFA Cup down to Maravida's Season 1 triumph in the World Cup. It has been a year of legendary goals and heart-stopping upsets. If you made it all the way to the end of this deep dive, you are the real MVPs. I hope this recap gave you a new appreciation of the grind these teams went through. And as crazy as season 1 as crazy as that was for the season, we are just getting started. Season 2 is right around the corner after the Ballon d'Or ceremony that we have to bring to you as well, and the stakes are only going to get higher. So don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss the next chapter. We will see you on the pitch. And to those that have stuck with me from the first match to the last one, a huge shout out to both Madrid and Cool Guy. You guys have been with me all the way through here. I do appreciate everyone for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting. It really gives me the motivation to continue to make this and to build this history of this club. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you for being here all this while, and season 2 will only be better.